Well, the YouTube channel that I want to talk about today is called Unstoppable Morgan. Now, the channel has taken a break, I think. I haven't seen many new videos from this YouTuber, but from about 2020 to 2021, those 2 years, she was putting out a lot of videos. Now, I think the channel started in 2014 or 2015, and she was living in California near the beach and was having financial problems, so she had to rent out her bedrooms in her home, and she moved into the garage. She converted the garage into her bedroom. But even doing that, she lost her home, and she moved into an RV, I think, for a while, or tried that. Didn't work out. So she bought had an old Bronco that she converted, and she moved in an old Bronco with 2 dogs and decided to travel around the United States looking for a state that was more affordable than California. Well, it was very interesting, and that's when I found her. I'll tell you how I found her. I found her channel. And y'all, I am driving along as I'm making this video, and so I'm not checking my facts. So this is all by memory, okay? And this is just my opinion about Unstoppable Morgan. But I found out about that channel when I was watching that off-grid YouTuber that was in Oklahoma, building an off-grid cabin. At some point, he had a woman come out to his property. He had hired her to come out and work during the week and help him make videos. And her name was Melissa. And if any of you guys watched that YouTuber, you remember that Melissa. She was a real attractive, very fit young woman that made great thumbnails. She made a great picture on his thumbnail for his videos. So she was a real asset to his channel. But while she was on his channel, she must have talked about van life or bus life, because that's how I heard about Unstoppable Morgan. I don't know if it was on that off-grid channel that he mentioned Unstoppable Morgan, but somehow I saw a video that Unstoppable Morgan made addressing this Melissa's idea to do a van or bus. And again, y'all, this is from memory. And I actually, a few days ago when I decided to make this video, I wanted to go back and rewatch that video just to refresh my mind, and I couldn't find the video. So I don't know if the video's been taken down, or or I dreamed it. But anyway, y'all comment down below if y'all remember this Melissa thinking about doing van or bus life, and then Unstoppable Morgan making a video about that. But anyway, from what I took from that video was she was saying Melissa should not do a van or a bus, because as this young woman alone traveling, you're not as stealth in a van or bus, but you could be really stealth in a Bronco, because she said it's just not as likely that a Bronco, you're living in it. And also I think she thought it was more masculine and would maybe make people think, oh, there's a guy in that Bronco asleep. It's not Melissa in that Bronco asleep. And I think that's right. Y'all, like I say, y'all check me out, check my facts. I'm just going by memory as I'm driving along. But I think that is how the first video I saw of Unstoppable Morgan. But I was just impressed with her confidence in that video. And she was very confident and letting Melissa know what she had done and how she was making it in this Bronco. So I started following her channel. I think I even subscribed and started watching a lot of her videos, and they were very interesting. Watching how she was surviving, driving around the country with 2 and then 3 dogs in an old Bronco. And when she would stop for a long period of time, though, in one place, I would not watch the videos as often. They weren't as interesting when she would become stationary. She stayed in South Dakota for quite a while, and then I kind of lost interest. And then when she got on the road again, I started watching again. And then she stopped in Niagara Falls for a while, and even, I think, checked into an Airbnb for maybe a month or so. And then I wasn't as interesting. It was really more interesting watching that struggle of her traveling around in this Bronco. But she has a video at some point, I think it was January of 2021, where she admits that she's an alcoholic and that she has been struggling with that. And I think she even implied that that's why she drives around, because she loves her dogs so much she would not drink and drive, and that keeps her from drinking if she's driving. And she tells that the real reason that she'd gotten in this financial problem, having these financial issues, was this debt she had with the IRS. But she says that she's made so much money on YouTube during 2020. Apparently her channel really took off in 2020, and she was making enough money that she could pay off that IRS debt. So that was a wonderful video in that she tells that she can pay off this debt, and that's wonderful. It was also a very, very sad and serious video when you hear about the struggle with alcoholism. But she travels down to Florida, and she's looking for property in Florida, and she thinks she wants to live in Florida. And by this time, it's summer. Well, I did not realize it, but she did not have air conditioning in that Bronco. And she did a video, and I think it might have been July or August of 2021, where she's just having a meltdown. And I mean, almost literally a meltdown. She's hot, she's sweating. You can just tell how hot she is. Because, Florida in July and August without air conditioning in a vehicle, it's just almost unbearable. And she was uncomfortable. The dogs were uncomfortable. And so she decides to drive up to Memphis, Tennessee, and lease a house in Memphis. And I think, and y'all comment down below if I'm wrong about this or if I'm right about this. I think she's still in Memphis, Tennessee, in a house she's leased in Memphis. But I just want to say how courageous I think the YouTuber was to travel around and make her best life she could, living in that Bronco. And it did appear that she was taking as good a care as she could of those dogs while living in a Bronco. But it's also a sad channel. It made me realize just how sad that life is for someone that's homeless and they're traveling around and just doing the best they can, and to not have air conditioning, and to not have a shower every day, and to not have just a bathroom available anytime you needed it. And yes, her videos were entertaining and fun to watch, but it's really to me it was very sad when you really think about the struggle that people are going through these days. And I don't know what the numbers are, the statistics are of these van lifers and bus lifers, and I know all of them are not struggling. Some of them are making a lot of money. They're just working on the road, and they have a really nice rig, and they're not struggling. But I tell you, I think that some of them are struggling, and I think sometimes those videos are glamorizing that life, and I think they're making people feel like, oh, it's all just unicorns and rainbows when you're living in a Bronco or a van or a bus, and it's not that easy. There's struggles, and anyway, I'm recommending the channel if you watch it between during that time where she was traveling, because it is interesting. It's interesting to see how she does it. And again, I admire her. I think she's courageous. I think she's smart. I think she is resilient, and I wish her well. I hope that she's doing well in Memphis. I hope, because she was such a good YouTuber. I mean, she has a great presence on camera, and she was interesting to listen to. I hope that she will continue on YouTube, but maybe in a different direction. I hope now that her life is better and she's not having to live in the Bronco, and she can have a shower, and she has a kitchen, and she has a home, that she will continue to do YouTube, but just going maybe in a different direction, because she's definitely a beautiful, intelligent, strong woman. And so I wish her well. I don't know what your name is, you YouTuber with Unstoppable Morgan as your YouTube channel name, but I certainly admire you, and I really enjoyed your channel while you were traveling around. But I also realized what a hard life that was for you, and how you really made it not look so hard, because you're a strong, beautiful woman. Well, that's my video today. Go back and watch Unstoppable Morgan's videos when she was traveling around the United States, and if she comes back on YouTube in a new way, check her out. I think you'll like it. Until next time, bye.